Hey team, Alexis here, and this is Motivation Monday. Today I want to talk about what makes workouts actually effective. Do you know what type of workout is the most effective for you? To be honest, it's the workout that you actually do, right? Showing up consistently and actually working out is what makes you get results and what makes you show up consistently. To be honest, it's fun. When you think your workout is fun, then you will make it happen. Even when some obstacle comes up, you will find a way to show up to your workout. When your workout is just like tolerable, then if something comes up, you'll be like, well, I guess I can't work out today, right? So I want to know, what type of workouts do you find actually fun? Drop it in the comments right now. Let us know. It could be a type of exercise. It could be a sport. It could even be just some kind of physical activity, like maybe even gardening. What I find fun in workouts is connecting with other people. So I love exercise class, and I love it when you come to my class. So I hope that I see you in class this week. I do also love when I see your comments below, so I hope I see those. And I'll be back next week with more motivation. In the meantime, just know I love you, team.
Welcome to The Next Fitness Thing. I'm team leader Natalie, and I will be walking with you today. Look at this amazing shot that I got of a sunrise from one of my walks last week. I had to share it with you. This sky is incredible. The colors, oh my gosh. These are the views, the scenes that like motivate me in the morning. I love it. It might be almost the exact same thing every day, but somehow it gives me this like sense of just, I don't know, a connection. I'm not sure. I just know that I absolutely love it, and I absolutely love that you're here with me today. So, where are you joining us from today? Comment below and let us know. I am here in Delaware, and it is 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're catching us on replay, I'd love to know if you enjoy walking in the morning, in the middle of the day, in the evening. Let us know. What time of the day would you prefer to be walking or getting your fitness in? As we're walking today, I want to stop for a second, or not stop for a second. I would like to keep walking, but I would like to turn it over to our CEO, Alexis, for an additional thought before we move on with the next phase in our walk today.
Here's the thing. Outcome-based goals only focus on the end result. So often we sacrifice our values or our health in order to try to force that goal to happen. And in the long run, is that what you really want? Often these outcome-based goals tend to lead to either extreme behavior, unhealthy behavior, or just frustration or overwhelm. To be honest, they tend to backfire.
Instead of outcome-based goals, we really here at the Next Fitness Thing like to focus on behavior-based goals. Setting behavior-based goals focuses on actionable steps and daily habits, making them more manageable and within your control as compared to outcome-based goals, which rely on external factors. So this approach will foster a sense of accomplishment and consistency as you can track and celebrate those small achievements on a more regular basis. So, last week we talked about little changes that we can make, right? We talked about the one goal you had for yourself for the week. Well, how did you do with that goal? Let us know. Comment below. A few quick reminders. Make sure you are using good walking form today. That means that your knee is slightly bent when your foot hits the ground. You are rolling through your toes, and your toes are pointed straight forward. You are landing lightly on your foot. You want to make sure when you are taking those nice deep breaths, you are breathing into your belly and you're keeping your spine tall and your chest proud. Make sure you are looking up rather than down and on your phone. This not only helps with good form, but also keeps you safe and aware of your surroundings. So thinking about this coming week, especially knowing that this week includes a holiday, what are some little changes that you can apply to your behaviors and stick to them so that they can slowly become a habit? So let's focus on one single goal for this week. What would yours be? Is it the same goal as last week, or do you want to try something new or add on to what you already did? One of our teammates is currently spending her summer in Montreat, North Carolina, and she always sends us the best pictures. One of them is something that I thought was very appropriate for today. This is a bear that our teammate saw on her walk. And let me let you know what this bear did. The determination of this bear is so inspiring because this bear was able to make his way into a bear-proof bin, a bear-proof garbage bin. Somehow, this not so little guy got in there and got what he wanted. Now, that is some determination. I would love to have that same kind of determination when I think about my own goals. How about you? It's so interesting because in my career, an outcome-based goal is pretty much all I think about because that's what we are charged to do, right? When we're writing an IEP, we need to make sure that we have that outcome, that measure there, and we have to make sure we have the steps to get to that goal. But I never really thought that by doing that in my personal life, I was actually almost making it more difficult for myself because really, especially when it comes to fitness, the behaviors that we change are what really is going to make the true change that we want to see in ourselves. And this class that we are doing today and these classes, I've already told you, this is the behavioral that I'm changing so that I can make sure I stay accountable and that I stay consistent with what I really want to see change in myself and for my life. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of a bullet journal. This is something that a friend taught me about years ago. Oh God, probably back in like 2017. And I had tried using it for years, and it was one of those things where I would start the journal and then never finish it, or then I would be like, no, I have to restart, and I would go buy myself another journal. It was it was so hard. I almost felt like I needed a fresh new journal to like restart my life every time I felt like things were getting out of control or I was overwhelmed. I wanted like a fresh start. So I was like navigating some different things when I was coming up for ideas for this class, and I found another content creator on YouTube. His name is Resu, and I will leave a link down in this description box. But he talked about a journal from a different perspective. His perspective was more of using it as a life tracker system. So this is a visual of how he organizes his own journal. And it's very simple. It's that, which is a good thing, because one of the things that happened to me with the bullet journal is I would take it and I would just go crazy trying to make it look pretty, that I would forget the purpose of the bullet journal to begin with. So I like that the simplicity of this is really more about it being functional and it being something to help you not only track like what you need to do maybe, but also more importantly, tracking almost like your life, like what happened today, and not in a long, extensive Dear Diary kind of way, but more so in a way of kind of seeing what habits you've developed or what you've stayed consistent with. So I highly recommend you check out his channel. It really opened my eyes and is something, because today is Monday and also July 1st. I love it when that happens, when like the first day of the month is also on a Monday. I feel like that's like the perfect storm for perfection. I don't know. I like that evenness of knowing that this is the right time to get started. So I don't, wasn't the first of the month also January 1st? I can't remember. Anyway, so I encourage you, if you already have some type of system that you use for tracking, that's wonderful. Keep that up. If you don't and you want to try this is something I'm going to try for the very first time this month. So that is my goal, is literally just to write stuff down and find some sort of system that will help me kind of get a handle on my consistency with some of my own habits. And I was just chatting away and realized that we are at the halfway point of this class. If you need to turn around, please do so now so you can get back to your starting point on time. Thank you. So comment below and tell us one behavior-based goal that you have, and then include something you feel might be a barrier or a roadblock or something that might hinder you from succeeding with that goal this week.
It is so good to see you. We do this every day.
While you're thinking about that, I also have some more icebreaker questions. Remember, all of this is a community. All of us are here not only to talk about our goals, but also to share with each other, because the more you feel that connection with the other people in this class today and each week, the more connected you're going to feel to your goal and wanting to achieve those things and helping others want to achieve their goals too. So, with that said, my first icebreaker question for you today is, what's your favorite childhood memory? Comment below.
Still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
My favorite childhood memory is playing a farm, and I say that in quotes, with my sister. What we used to do is my parents had a bunch of bikes from when we were growing up. They had not gotten rid of them. They were just in the garage, and we would pull them all out into our backyard. There was adult size bikes, there were bikes with training wheels, even little tricycles. And we created an entire pretend play scenario where each bike was a different animal. And so the, adult bike that had a flat tire was the cow that grazed in the grass in the backyard. And my current bike was one of the horses that I would take to riding around the block, to make sure he got exercise. The little tricycle was our dog. Now, I'll let you know, we didn't have pets. We weren't, not that we weren't allowed. My mom didn't like having animals in the house. She didn't believe in it. She's from Brazil, and most of the time, and she actually grew up on a farm. So I guess maybe that her mindset was always that animals live outside. So I guess my sister and I decided that that's what we were going to do when we played. But that is probably some of my favorite memories are playing farm with my sister. How about you? What is your favorite childhood memory?
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side.
All right, here is the next one. Describe your perfect day. What would be a perfect day for you? Let us know.
Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather.
Okay, this next one is a funny one. If you could choose any cartoon character that you would want to meet, who would you choose and why? I have no idea who I would pick. I'm like going back in my head about like, okay, well, what cartoons did I watch when I was younger? And I mean, Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, they were like big when I was little. They were really like, the more popular. My sister was obsessed with the Animaniacs. My dad loved Garfield. I but I'm like thinking about it from this perspective, like who do I want to meet? I don't know. That's interesting. I think it'd be interesting to meet Garfield, I think. I don't know if I can say why other than the fact that watching Garfield reminds me so much of my dad that I feel like I don't know. It would help me feel connected to him. I don't know. I think that's what I would choose. How about you? Comment below.
Too great. We're gonna be okay. Calm your soul. Hold my hand. Don't let go. I understand. I know it hurts. It wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies way too gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies way too gray,
All right, before we get ready to end this class, I'm going to bring it back with a couple of questions that are more specific to health and fitness. First one being, what of the 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, is your favorite meal of the day? Comment below and let us know.
we're gonna be okay.
My favorite meal of the day is absolutely breakfast. Honestly, guys, I have like 2 breakfasts a day because I wake up very early. I am up at like 4 a.m. I have my coffee and I do some like work. I say work. I do things my craft or I do, my like journal, whatever. I do some other things for myself. And then around like 5:30 is usually when I will head outside to exercise before I see you guys at 6 a.m. And then I end up coming back, eating breakfast. So by the time like 9:30, 10 o'clock hits, I'm like already hungry again. So I end up eating my lunch for like a late breakfast. And so I don't know, I'm not as much of a night eater, like as far as meals go, as I am eating in the mornings. I know that's probably very opposite of most people. Although I also am aware that not a lot of people set their alarms for 4 a.m. on a daily basis. And for our last question today, how do you like your eggs? I will eat eggs in a variety of ways. I love them all. I don't think there's a style of eggs that I don't like. One of the reasons I mentioned eggs today, and I want to start by telling you I am not a nutritionist of any kind, but eggs are very nutritious, very affordable, and they have so many nutrients that can benefit your health. So, just to keep this short, think about the protein, heart health, eye health, your immune system. I mean, these are just things that I Googled when I said, what are the benefits of eggs? But if you want to learn more about it, head on over to Google, or you can head on over to the Next Fitness Thing, because we do have a registered dietitian on staff who would also be able to answer any questions that you may have. Huge shout out to RD Sharon B.
And I just wonder what you gotta do, what you gotta do to get a little baby. You look amazing. I said it.
Thank you so much for joining me this morning on this walk. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow at 6 a.m. Remember, this week is a unique schedule, so we will be seeing you every single day, Monday through Friday this week. See you tomorrow.
My mom says love's not easy. Just keep your head held high. Bet people think I'm pretty fly right now. Maybe I'm going crazy. Can't catch a break lately. And I just wonder what you gotta do, what you gotta do to get a little baby. You look amazing. I said it, I meant it. And I just wonder what you gotta do, what you gotta do to get a little Legos and Cheetos. Part of the fly. It's Wingardium Leviosa. What you gotta do, what you gotta do to get a little, what you gotta do, what you gotta do to get a little love.